Hi, this is Dan again from CleanGuru, and let's make the title of today's short message, What One Cleaner Can Do, Another Cleaner Can Do, and I'll tell you why in just a second. You know, today, it could be so easy to get kind of down in the dumps, especially when you're sometimes working in the service industry like we do in cleaning. You know, there's problems, there's challenges, there's people involved, and there's schedules, there's things that go wrong. And you could get kind of down on yourself because you feel like you're working so hard, but you're not getting anywhere. And I'm just here today to encourage you to have faith and hang in there because it can get better. I share the same kind of stories that you do. Tony and I've shared some of those with you along the way. There were many times we felt like we kept taking steps backwards rather than forwards, but we kept pressing on, and eventually, as we kept trying to implement new ideas, finally it started to kind of come together and things got a lot better. And it can for you too. Excuse me. Please remember that success isn't just for other people. You know, it can be easy to feel that way. There were times when we felt that way, but we tried to remember to give ourselves permission to realize that success can be for you too. It's not just for other people. Which leads me to this little story. I remember it has been probably a lot of years ago now. In fact, I don't know how old this movie is, but the actor Anthony Hopkins was in a movie, I think it was called The Edge. And he was a business person. And he had been reading lots of books about nature and survival in the woods and so on, but had really not been out in the woods that much himself. He was a business guy. Well, he suddenly gets dropped into the woods, into the forest, in this very challenging situation. And he has to figure out how to survive in the woods. And I'll never forget what he did. He talks, because there was one other person there with him, and he talks about how he had learned a lot of things about survival from books. And then he had to implement them. And one by one, he tried to implement them. And he kept telling himself, what one man can do, another can do. So what one man can do, so let's say the person that wrote the book about survival, he was telling himself, I can do the same thing. If he can do it, I can do it. And so, in fact, he gets attacked by a bear, and I won't ruin the movie for you if you've never seen it, but he has to implement these ideas that he's only read about in books into his real life to survive. The moral of the story, or the point of the movie, and the point I like to remember today, is to remember what one cleaner can do, for example, another can do. If someone is successful in cleaning, or if you come across ideas and strategies that you can learn from someone else, hopefully in these videos we provide some ideas and strategies that you could try to implement. That's a wonderful thing, because then you can do it in your own life and in your own business. Doesn't mean it's always going to be easy or happen perfectly the first time. But you can be successful. Over time, you can be successful too. It's not just for other people. So remember, what one cleaner can do, another can do. You can be successful, and I wish you the best. I hope you have a good week. And until next time, remember that you can do this. You really can.